I want you to take a look at this Colgate's income statement. We have data for 3 years, 2019, 2020 and 2021. Why don't you examine it quickly? Obviously, your first concern would be that where to begin, right? There is so much of data here, right? Sales, cost of sales, selling general and admin expenses, and so on. So, where do you begin? I know it's overwhelming, especially if you are a beginner, but do not worry. I'll assist you. The first step is to look at the common size income statement. Hi all, my name is Dheeraj from WallStreetMojo.com, and in today's video we'll look at what is common size income statement, how they are used and why they are so important. So let's get started. So let's just look at this income statement that's provided here. So how do you analyze this income statement? As I said, the first step is to do the common size income statement. The word common suggests that you have to make this or convert this income statement into a common denominator which we can understand intuitively. So how do we do that? Essentially, if you look at the formula of common size income statement, it says that divide every line item by sales. Okay, so if cost of goods sold is there, divided by sales, so what will that give us? Let's find out. Okay, so let's first divide that by sales. Every line item which is there on the income statement, I'll divide it by sales and then we'll figure out what it actually means. Okay, so I'm dividing sales by sales, right? So we get this as 100%. Now how about cost of goods sold by sales? Now what does this give us? 50%. So just think of it intuitively. For every $100 of sales, 50% of that is $50 is cost of sales, right? Information. This absolute numbers were not yielding anything, but when we look at the percentages, we get wealth of information. So let me now divide each and every line item by sales and see if we get anything else. So let's see. SG&A expenses 20%, depreciation 5%, we have interest as 10%. So now that we know that for every $100 that we earn, how our expenses are kind of bifurcated and we have a net profit margin of, let's say, only 9%, we might be able to figure out what's going right and what's going wrong, right? So this is how, common size income statement is kind of made. Now let's deploy this on Colgate case study and figure out what's happening in Colgate. So here we have the income statement of Colgate. I populated that in Excel in a neat format so that we all can understand it and do calculations here. So we have past 6 years of data, right? And if you scroll down, I have also given space for creating this common size income statement. All right, so let's do the common size statement for, let's say, 2021. Okay, so net sales, right? So we said, what's the formula of common size income statement? Divide each and every line item by sales, right? So here net sales and sales are same thing. So let's do that. I'm dividing each and every line item, 17,421 divided by 17,421. So this will give us 100%, right? What about cost of sales? This is 7046 divided by 17421. Okay, so what do we get is 40.4%. So let me do one thing. Let me just finish this fairly quickly so that we can directly jump to the analysis part of it. Okay, so here we go. So here we have the common size income statement, okay, of Colgate. And let's see what are the interesting observations now we can get from this. So here you go. Cost of sales. Look at cost of sales. 40%. It has been 40% throughout, in most cases, right? In and around 40% for the past 6 years. So this is a wealth of information. Likewise, let's look at this operating profit margins or EBIT margins. It was 26% and now it is 19.1%. So it is showing a downtrend. Why? So lots of questions here which you will have to dig anyways from the 10K report. But for now, if you look at the income statement altogether, these numbers, they weren't giving anything as such from analysis point of view. But when we are looking at these as a common size income statement, we are getting wealth of information, right? Let us now look at some of the limitations of common size income statement. So as we know about the formula, every line item gets divided by sales, right? So is that the right approach? Now think of provisions for income taxes, right? So let's imagine that if you want to understand how the trend is about income taxes, would you divide it by sales or would you divide it by income before income taxes? Think of how much taxes do you pay and on what income. You will pay it on income before income taxes, right? Before, after all the expenses have been taken care of, the income before income taxes will define your provisions for income taxes, right? So this doesn't make any sense. So sales proportions sometimes don't make sense. Okay, so this is one thing that you need to remember in terms of limitation. Another limitation is the consistency. What I mean by this is that, when we are comparing, let's say 2016 to 2021, and in between there could have been a change in accounting policies altogether or accounting principles. So this might have inflated numbers beyond 2019, and so these are non-comparable, so they are inconsistent. So when we just look at this common size income statement, we will not know when the change exactly happened. So this is another limitation of common size income statement. Another problem is window dressing. Now, if you look at how management would look at the income statement, sometimes it might so happen that management would inflate some of the numbers, and we might not be able to get that whole thing from just the common size income statement. We might have to dig more in the 10K or the annual report to find out more nuanced details. I hope you found this video to be useful. Please do like and share. And if you have any feedback or want to suggest a topic for any future videos, then you may do so by writing about it in the comments section. Also, we come up with interesting videos on finance and accounting topics regularly. So if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, then please do so by clicking on the subscribe button so that you can get the notification as soon as we release the new video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.